When I first started photography, I did a lot of list things. I made a lot of lists, I made a lot of cards, and I put them on walls. And thinking about it now in our first home, it was a lot of work that I had to do, but I felt like I was doing something for my business. When you start a business, you're gathering your clients, you're starting to put everything together, and a lot of the times you just run out of stuff to do. So you start to do these little minute things where you look busy, but are you really busy? And although I felt like I was just acting busy, it did help me in my career a lot. What I would do is every single time I got a client, I would make a little postcard and I would put their name on it and their date, right? We're talking specifically like weddings. I would put their name, the wedding date, and then I would put like a list of 1 through 10. And I had a little master list of things I wanted to do. So let's say the day they sign the contract, I want to do something. The next day, I want to send out a thank you box. 2 weeks later, I want to send out a gift card and so forth, right? So I made that list and I had the master list. So I would make the note card and then I would put the list of everybody on there. And then after a while, I had this wall and I just like pinned it directly to the wall. We were renting a house. I just pinned it directly to the wall. And I had this list of 40 weddings that I had booked the next 2 years. And I was like, this is how my life is going to be. And for some reason, I didn't realize that there was something called a CRM or any type of company that was doing this already. So it was a start and that's how I did it. And it took me a long time to do. And I would mark it off every day, going down, just be like, what's the date? Today's August 1st. Boom, boom. But now there's an easier way to do it and a lot easier system. So I'm going to talk to you guys about that right now. What's going on, guys? Welcome back to the channel. It's Jeremy with Jeremy Lou Photography. Thank you so much for tuning in. Guys, if you're new to the channel, please consider subscribing. Video helps you anyway. Give it a thumbs up. And then click that bell for notifications. It'll tell you every time I come on. And guys, today's a very exciting day. We are just talking a little bit about CRM and a little bit about a workflow. And if you can right up here, I've been with them for 10 years. And this has helped my business. So instead of me hiring an assistant or anything like that, this kind of built in. So the CRM right here, what it does is it allows you to organize each client and makes the dummy work kind of. You set up your automated system, set up all your stuff at the beginning, and then you're able to constantly modify and change, but then also it just lets you do what you want to do every day, and then it just kind of runs on things. So we're talking about workflows today. And then also, if you're new, my description below, there's some things about PIXIFI that you guys might want. It'll definitely let you try it out. Check out. Like I said at the beginning, I have a workflow. And the cool thing with this is I built this workflow and you can kind of go to Splits Workflows. It'll pull up your workflows, and we're going to talk about weddings today. I've done videos on how to create workflows. We're not going to talk about that today, but what we're talking about is this helps me so much every single day because I am in engagement season right now. It is almost February 1st. It's like the end of January, and we are getting really, really close booking more and more weddings. So I booked a wedding yesterday, booked a wedding a couple days ago, and what's happening is like all my weddings are starting to stack up. And right now it's like let's sessions. I said thank you gift box sessions. It's all those things that are going on that I want to do per client so that I maintain my professionalism with each client, right? You want to do the same thing over and over. It's a Disney experience. Each client gets treated the same exact way, but the only way I can do that is if I track all of that, right? So my system right here, I want to go through it real quick, and I kind of mentioned you, but remember, I had a notepad, a little index card. Oh God, I used to love index cards. Index like a thin Sharpie. I would write their stuff, right? So how it has now is I wanted a thank you box, a thank you gift card box. It's a custom box that I make, and I've filmed that before. Some coffees, books, some stuff like that I kind of put lotions, put that all together, and I send it to them with a little handwritten note that says thank you so much. And I send that the day after they sign the contract, right? So I have a bunch of stuff in the office, and I just kind of put a box and go. I create an album in Zenfolio. 2 days, the last thing I did. So once I send the gift box out, 2 days later, I'm going to create an album in Zenfolio. I'm going to put their passwords together. I'm going to put their login codes and all that so that I have it in my Zenfolio system. Is my password protected gallery system that I use, and that's how I deliver my images. And then one day after that, I send them an email. So this is going to happen within the first week. Everything kind of pops in the first week. So they just signed the contract. They just paid their retainer. They're excited. I'm excited. But sometimes it's like a year and a half out until the wedding. So I want to make sure that I'm sending them things to give them that affirmation or that that what is that called? That with reassurance. I don't know if that was the word I was talking about, but I like that. The reassurance that they are in good hands. They just give me a bunch of money. They've signed my contract. I want to make sure that everything is working out in their favor and they feel good about it, right? So I send an email that says what to expect before the wedding, and it's just this email that I've created through templates in the past. I used to have Word docs that I would send to them. Now it's all built into here, and it just goes out. It says, "Hey, this is what you need to expect before the wedding. Start thinking about this. I'm super excited. These are a few things I want you to kind of focus on. Session. When should we do that? When are we working on the timeline? Things like that." And then I send them a Honey Fund request system. This isn't too important, but I partnered with Honey Fund, and we're just sending Honey Fund registrations to them. I don't get anything from it. At least I thought I did, but I haven't received a single thing from it since I've been working on it for 3 years. But I still think it's a good thing for my clients. 2 days after that, I have a referral sheet that I send out, right? It's all the people. So it's like your DJs, your coordinators, planners. I have two different ones. Your florists, special events people, your alcohol people, all that stuff. I have a list that I've curated that I love, right? So planners have these lists. I have a list too, and I just send it to my client. And I say, hey, if you need any of these, please contact these people. I would love to work with people I love to work with. Simple as that. And it helps them. And then 4 months before the wedding, so now it's just changed for 4 months before the wedding, I'm going to book my assistant in my second shoot. I'm going to book my team, right? Because I'm an independent photographer. I'm solo. I'm one person, but I do subcontract at weddings. I subcontract my assistant, my second shooter, and sometimes a videographer if it's built into my package. Email my timeline questionnaire. So I send a little questionnaire for them about 3 months before the wedding, and so we can start working on our timeline. Once they fill that out, and this is one that sits there because I need them to fill it out. Once they fill it out, I will create and send their timeline to them so that we can start working on the timeline. They can start thinking about it. They can start booking their hair and makeup and like kind of things are going to go when they're going to go, right? And then this is kind of something 2 months before the wedding, I send them a Starbucks gift card. In their local, I might send them a local gift card, like a local, like small hub shop or something like that. We have a couple amazing local coffee shops, but I do shoot all over the world. I'm a destination wedding photographer. I do live in the Reno Tahoe area. So 70% of my weddings are in town, but a lot of them aren't. So when in doubt, Starbucks is everywhere. So I send them a local, and it's not about the coffee. I don't care about the coffee. I care about them having something. And then my note is simply like, hey, please go in an hour together on me. No wedding talk. I want you guys just to relax and hang out and remember why we're getting married. And I just haven't seen florists do this, but also might be busier than me. And I just kind of focus. God, everything just popped up. All my tasks for the day. So remember I talked about the workflow. These are things that I have to get done today, which is kind of cool that it just popped up right there. So it kind of pops, and you'll be able to see those all right here as well. Book last a month before the wedding, I set up an appointment with them, either Zoom or in person, where we go through the timeline, we talk, and so the email goes out and says, hey, let's meet. Can we meet? Email all my vendors about 3 weeks before the wedding. I'm going to send them my timeline. I'm going to send them where to meet. I'm going to send them the details so that they're ready to go. And if anything happens or they forget or last minute changes, I at least have 3 weeks to kind of finagle around and figure out what I got to do. The day after the wedding, we're going to do a sneak peek. Simple as that. 3 days of the wedding, we're going to send a what to expect after wedding. Now, this is one of my favorite emails to send out because this is a recap of everything we've kind of talked. So like, when's the delivery of the image is going to happen? Is there a sneak peek and where can they find it? Anything about the track? How are they going to get their prints? How are they going to work on the album? Everything we've talked about a year and a half prior, we're bringing it back and we're just reminding them, because if you don't do this, you'll get an email 2 weeks later and says, hey, thank you so much. Our wedding was amazing. Where are our photos? And you're like, oh, bro, my contract says like 120 days, 60 days, 40 days, whatever. It's not ready yet. And so if you send this before they can ask you, not only are you a hero, but it builds their expectations. And then it also allows them not to feel like a jerk for asking me too early, because that's what we make them feel like, right? I order a specific set of prints from a company called Artifact Uprising, which I get nothing from. It's a consumer site. Anybody can find it. But I met them at WPPI one year, and I love their product. And I don't even know if they know that, but I've probably spent thousands and thousands with them, because every wedding I order 25 to 50 prints that I put into the package when I deliver I do order a custom USB from photoflashdrive.com. I've done an unboxing and a review for you guys on that, and has my logo on it. It's a USB-C, but it also has an adapter for a USB-A and C, so they can plug it into anything. And it's an 8 gigabyte USB. And I load the images onto there, pop, send it out in the little thing. So I do that, but before I even send anything, I send them a secret gallery release. Now it says 21 days after the event. I am a under promise, over deliver type of person, meaning that I'm like, hey, your images are going to be ready in about 120 days in my contract. I try to get it done within 21 days, and this is my secret, right? Sometimes it doesn't happen. This will just sit there for a while in my task bar, maybe for a few weeks. But I want to get it done before, and as soon as they're done, I'm going to send them an email with their gallery through Zenfolio with a secret message that says like, hey, please share this with anybody. This is just for you. Enjoy, relax. Thank you so much. I got them done early. I was working on them hard. I'm so excited, right? So they get their gallery, and then a few days after that, I send that to them. I'm going to send out the link to all my vendors with the code that allows them to download. So all the florists, the DJ, everybody that worked on the team with me, we are sending them a link. Download the photos, enjoy, share, have a good time. Thank you so much for your hard work. And what that's going to do is that's just going to promote frienders. That's going to promote community over competition. That's also going to promote me because now they're using my images to push out their amazing work, which also remember when you're shooting a wedding, you have to shoot these details. You should be shooting these details. If you're not, shame, shame, shame. And we have a finalized CD about a month later. Again, this is all dependent on that when I send that gallery out secretly, right? So sometimes it takes longer. This is just me being ambitious AF, right? I'm just trying to get this out as fast as I can. I then asked them about 15 days after that, I want a review. My review email is simple. You guys have seen it before. It's like, hey, me on boom, boom, boom. It can be the same review on boom, boom, boom. If you take a moment and please just review me, it'll help other people find me. And I have a ton of reviews everywhere and I want more because I want people to see those reviews and understand that I'm a normal person, that they like me because I mean, when anything, you got to look at reviews, right? I mean, that's what you got to do. After that, 3 months after the wedding, or let's say after delivery of the images, is when I send up an email album setup. This is how they're going to set up their album, how many images I need, when I need them, and the process of how it works. And then the cool thing that I like to do is a year after the wedding, 10 days before a year, because I'm sending a happy anniversary gift to them, guys. And I've always thought about this, like, what do I want to send? What is it that I want to send? And I've decided that I send in a canvas, a fine wrap to them. It's a canvas. We're just calling it something different. And I send them an email saying, hey, here's your gallery link. Here's your password. Will you just go through and let me know your favorite image? And I would love to send this to you. Happy anniversary. I appreciate everything you guys have done. And then put this on your wall. Have a good time. That's it. I would have all these on a little index card and I would scratch it off. For like 3 years did this. Scratch it off each time. Now it's built into here. Now it shows up in my CRM right up here. Or if I go to my taskbar, don't judge me on this. I'm not as good as you think I am. All my tasks are right here with the dates and times of everything I need to do. Right here. So I'm not too bad, right? I mean, I have 21, so I'm pretty, there's some that I just haven't finished yet. Like this wedding, we're working on a plan right now where they just got to finalize some stuff and I can send them their stuff. So it just kind of sits book second shooter, create timeline, all this stuff. So it's built in. And once I'm done, I can complete it. And as a type list person, I'm a Libra. Somebody tells me that's a Libra thing. This is my favorite thing about PIXIFI because I just get to go. I don't have to go every day like, what do I have to do for this client? What do I have to do? It's like, it just tells me what to do. Jeremy, you got to create an album in folio. You got a portrait session reminder, which I'm not sending because we had to reschedule the shoot and I'm waiting on a new date. But this is it. So guys, if you are enjoying this, this is also just